Deferred, so Houston's going to get the ball first, and Austin Grebe, the place kicker, a low line drive kick, sort of muffed at the goal line, but Brandon Wilson's going to bring it out across the 10 with a burst of speed. Gets upended though outside the 15 to the 17-yard line. Let's send it down to the sidelines. Ward Jr. has had a tremendous year for Houston. They're happy to have him back. He'll complete his first pass of the game to the right side, and a nice move upfield. Breaking tackles, DeMarcus. Well, the Navy defense has played very well this year. The quarterback completes his second pass of the game. Junior at quarterback. He'll bring Brandon Wilson into the backfield. Now that's another big story. Their running back group is so beat up. Wilson breaks a tackle but can't get away from a second and third tackler. Javon Webb is the tailback, and Navy may well have jumped. Well, a free play coming for Houston. Ward takes a hit and throws incomplete, but I do believe that's going to be a penalty against Will Anthony and Navy, which would make it a 3rd and 1 situation.
Offside, defense number 90, 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
3rd and 1 with Wilson in the backfield. They will swing it out to the right side. That pass complete. It'll be enough for a first down. Not by much. They do not beat themselves. Play fake on first down. Anthony with pressure. Anthony will sack Greg Ward Jr. So maybe it's been beat up. But they're playing a lot of young guys up front. That pass complete to Allen across midfield. Tackled in. A change to the call at the line of scrimmage. Plenty of time on the play clock. Some pressure coming. Ward will start to scramble. He's going to throw downfield, and the pass is caught. Caught at the 20 for a first down and more. DeMarcus Ayers.
Guys are coming inside on the blitz. They lose contain at the bottom. I think now we know Greg's ankles well.
Play fake on first down, throws across his body, incomplete. Make you pay with his legs. 2nd and 10. They will hand the ball off. Wilson trying to bounce it left side, slipped and goes down after he gets a full year at Houston. 3rd and 7. Ward with some more pressure. Ward gets away from Anthony. Dumps it short, complete, and that'll be a first down. A big hit inside the 10.
Emmets and Gonzalez from Navy.
1st and goal, option style play. Ward picking his way forward, and he got crunched at the
of this team.
Webb in as tailback. Ward rolling right. Ward will throw, and it's knocked down incomplete. Looking for it. They'll take the snap. Quick release, fade toward the end zone. It is caught. Touchdown! Stephen Dunbar. And Houston scores first. Now they'll take a look to confirm, but Dunbar had it and got the feet down.
Dave, really good play call again. You're putting 6'3" on 5'10", 5'11" when you look at Quincy Adams, the defensive back for Navy. He's 5'11", 200. He's a senior. Spread them out, get one-on-one situations, and win the one-on-one.
And another 3rd down. They were 4 for 4 on that drive. Extra point is up, and it is. Now this kickoff right near the goal line will be taken by Navy and returned across the 15 to the 20 and outside near the 25.
Checks run to run, trying to get them in the best play.
They will fake the dive. Reynolds keeps it on first down. A nice gain, and then some to midfield. Reynolds to the 30. Down the sideline, finally pushed out of bounds. Inside the 25, they'll spot him at the 24. What a start for Keenan Reynolds today.
We knew this is the guy. We looked unbalanced left. He checks back to the short side where he's got the most of the field. The defensive player misses Keenan. You can't do that. He's fast. He's elusive. Great first play for Navy.
52 yards on the first run of the game. Reynolds again, fake dive. This time the pitch. He took a lick, but got it off to his tailback. Penalty flag thrown. That would be first down yardage, or real close to it if the play stands. The slot back to Brandon Sanders with a 9-yard carry.
Holding. Number 25, the offense. The 10-yard penalty, first down.
Reynolds will throw the ball. I think that was a backwards pass. Out to the edge. And nice yardage inside. Sellout crowd, 40,000 plus, standing room only. Faking the dive. Reynolds takes a pop. He got 2.
Big third down.
3rd and 3. Reynolds. Fake dive. He'll keep it. Reynolds. First down and more. Inside the 10. Inside the 5. It's first.
Let's go to the best play.
Swain. Handoff. Swain. Touchdown. So he finally did give it to the big fullback, who is huge, who is powerful, and Chris Swain punches it in. Navy's an extra point away from tying this game.
245-pound senior just pounding up inside. When we talked to their defensive players, they said this is the most important player other than the quarterback today, because Houston has to stop the fullback before they can get inside out to the quarterback in the option. And he ran right over Roberts, who is the best player on that Houston defense.
Extra point up and good. Head coach very successful. His 8th year as the head coach of Navy. That kickoff from the winner of this one will represent the West in the American, which has had a heck of a year. Option style play from Greg Ward Jr. and the pitch to Webb. Nice gain across the.
Seeing here.
2nd and short. Ward all alone in the backfield. He'll throw short. That pass complete, and it should be good enough for a first down.
They do need to do those. Keep contained. They can't let Greg Ward Jr. outside the pocket.
Almost like a pick play. Allen with the catch. Now the ball is loose. And was the player down? Yes, apparently so. So Allen ruled down. Navy pounced on the football. That's an immediate recovery play, though, so they could, and we'll try to take a look ourselves, they could look at that one, see if that motivates Houston to hustle to the line. See if we can see whether the ball started to come out before Allen was down. I think that elbow was down.
I agree.
But they have stopped play here. Well, and Navy stops play with a timeout. So the midshipmen, and I don't know. We'll take one more look. We're going to step aside while they look in the replay booth. We'll have the decision when we come.
I still call that timeout to question.
And they also clarified afterwards as it's 2nd down. Wilson gets wrapped up in the backfield. He goes down. Quarter. Greg Ward Jr., the quarterback, playing with that bad ankle. Pressure comes up the middle. Ward is going to run. And Ward is going to get the first down, headed toward the sideline. He'll go out of bounds, avoid the hit. And you do figure if they had Greg Ward, they may not have lost that game. Still perfect throw with an open receiver. A little
talking about the Broncos are ahead, or the Cow. You know,
that's a big game in the MAC.
It is. It really is.
That pass is complete on 2nd down, and a broken tackle. A couple extra yards
by the Navy defense to keep that from being an explosive play.
Wilson alongside Ward, sprinting right with some pressure coming, throws, and it's incomplete.
Ward's checking the play.
He'll take the shotgun snap. He will run. Ward picking his way forward. He'll get it. Not much more, but he dives in against a talented, stout Navy defensive line. Play fake on 1st down. Ward will go out of bounds. Kind of leaned forward to try to reason why they're having a special year. 15th ranked team in the country. Ward swings that pass out left side. Allen, who can't get away. What a great open field. Transferred back here to Houston. It's 3rd and 10. Ward steps up in the pocket. He'll throw, and it is tipped up and caught by DeMarcus Ayers. Almost intercepted, then almost incomplete. I think it hit off the shoulder pad of Ayers, and then he caught it before it hit the turf.
Goes right through Brendan Clemens' hands. It hits Ayers in the shoulder pads. Very good concentration on his part. Very good eye control and body control. What an athlete that young man can get that ball in the air and make the tremendous catch. These two teams are very confident teams, Dave, and you can see that both of them believe in what they're doing.
23 yards on a heck of a play.
They're pulling for Navy.
Greg Ward Jr. on 1st down, hands it off to Wilson, cuts it upfield. Brandon Wilson bounces it outside. Touchdown! Well, you think the Houston coaches know what they're doing? This is a kid who had not played running back in college. He's been a starting quarterback. Today, because of injury, the starting tailback, 17 yards, and the Cougars are back in front.
Yeah, Brandon Wilson scored 4 TDs, but 2 of them in the kicking game, 2 of them on defense. Now he's got 1 on offense.
So he knows what the end zone looks like, but a little different look as the running back. Brandon Wilson, the junior from Shreveport, Louisiana. Extra point is up and good. Another impressive drive against a Houston speed, giving Navy's defense some problems. Still early on, kickoff, and Romine will return to the 20. He's got speed to the 30, tackled outside the 30. 12 south and more. Reynolds, triple option pitch, and good defense by the Cougars. In as the fullback now. And Reynolds is back to pass. He's going to swing it out to White, who catches, turns it upfield. The big guy rumbling gets upended and falls forward to a back.
Navy runs and teach them each run out of that formation and how to fit it.
Pitch play on 3rd and 4, and trying to get to the outside. It's not there. And that
defensive staff from Houston a lot more time to evaluate what's happening on the field on that first drive, and they adjusted much better the second drive.
Alex Barta, the punter, toward the sides, don't indicate the impact his mobility has made on this game. Early second quarter, he will hand the ball off, left side running in a nice hole. Another big gain for Brandon Wilson.
Tackles and get him on the corner.
Quick snap, and this is Ayers, almost a wildcat type formation. Took the snap, and less than 1. Ford takes the snap, hands it off. Wilson got the first down. Good tailback for them. Broke his collarbone. He's out for the season. So they are very thin there, but getting a lot of production. Ward, and you can just tell. Knock
down, get your 5 and get down. Be safe. Be smart.
Play fake on 2nd and 5. That pass is tipped and incomplete.
With a 4th or in a 5th.
Yep, they rush 5, and they'll get into the pocket. Ward on the move, takes a big hit and throws it away. Turner, Sanders, and Cass lately, and they're both deep. And Logan Piper, a high, fairly short punt, fair catch signal inside the 20, made around the 7th. Front runner to get that New Year's 6 bowl spot in a major bowl. Reynolds and the triple option kept it and took a hit. 2nd and 11. Fake dive pitch right side and out to the outside. Wow.
This is what Navy does best.
They are comfortable in these kind of plays. Just a straight pitch to the left side and close. Very close. And company still inside their own 30. Fake the dive. Reynolds back to pass. He's going to throw deep. He's got a man out there, and it is caught inside Houston territory. Tyler Carmona, the sophomore, was open. Pass maybe slightly underthrown, but it got there. 41 yards. They don't do it much, but they have passed fairly effectively this year.
When you do play action and the linebackers are coming up, it really affects the safety.
1st and 10. And they give it to that big, tough fullback. It is Reynolds, play fake. They're going to throw again. And he's got a man wide open. That will be a touchdown, and he made it look easy. Jameer Tillman. Nobody around him, 26 yards. So Reynolds, we're used to him doing it on the ground. On this drive through the air, Navy an extra point away from tying the game.
Houston had tightened up. They've tightened down on their safeties. You start looking at the safety coming all the way across. They lose sight of Tillman as he's coming across. He's 6'4", 206 junior, wide open on the crossing route. Good job by the Navy coaches. They're seeing Houston crowd the line of scrimmage. They're up around there trying to stop the option only, so they take 2 shots for passes to lead to the score.
Extra point up and good.
About that offense, they knew exactly when to go to the passing game.
A shorter kick. It will be returned from outside the 15. Ran into his own man, Webb. So an innovative way to keep track of those footballs. Houston offense back on the field and a handoff on 1st down. Nice gain out to the 30. At least the title.
At least the title, that's right.
2nd down and 5. Another handoff, this time left side. Wilson spins away from the tackle. Wilson! First
to Wilson for being unselfish enough to move over.
Having a great year at defensive back. This time Webb straight ahead running.
We hear about injuries.
That pass complete left side. Great perimeter blocking by Houston and a big gain into Nate.
Good coaching by Houston.
Yeah, and think back to last year, Tom Herman at Ohio State at the quarterback position and how they overcame that. So he's got a history. He's got an open receiver, Ward, incomplete. DeMarcus, and we are hearing his name a lot across the country with all of the upheaval. Wilson cuts straight ahead, gets knocked down from behind. At the 30 of Navy. That could impact the play calling. Ward, though, in the pocket. Now looking to get outside. No penalty flag. That was close to a hold. Ward will stumble forward, and he got. The thing for Houston is to convert here. Ward looking to run. He pitches it to Wilson, who'll get the first down and more. Inside the 10, he falls down.
Fast guy on a slower guy because Micah Thomas couldn't get out there.
Wilson trying to spin away from a tackle. He has been a tough runner for a guy who has not played from scrimmage. Navy's run 15 plays in the first half. Another handoff. Wilson, again a big pop, but this time he gets down to the 5-yard. Ward takes the snap. Thought there might have been a flinch along the offensive line. Ward somehow gets away. Again, Ward, touchdown! What a play by a guy who is not healthy, not close to it. From 5 yards out, Cougars back in front.
Navy changed up. They brought 5 defenders. They blitzed the outside linebacker. They kept him in the pocket. They did everything right. They just couldn't tackle Greg Ward Jr.
They had a couple chances to do so. So another 3rd and goal conversion for a touchdown. They did it on their first drive. Extra point up and good. They're in position to do it if they run the table. But I think you might say the same about Houston. Kickoff bounces into the end.
And these kids know how to move the ball with their offense.
Little fake pitch. Now Reynolds takes a hit and goes down. Dive covered. They had the keep covered. They had the pitch covered. Fake dive. Reynolds straight ahead, pushing that line. And he's not big, but he is. Swain, the fullback. They will fake to him. Reynolds flushed out to the right. He'll throw. And a nice catch out into open space. First down and more to Brandon Sanders. Spin
in the half.
Yeah, that was 20 yards through the air. Now they will give the ball to the fullback. Again, just nowhere to go against the
run today.
Todd Orlando, really good defensive coach in charge of this defense. That pass complete for nothing.
Well, let's don't panic yet on your teams.
Out of the timeout, fake dive, pitch it back left side, and well defended again by the Cougars. Barta trying to angle it, and Ayers will receive it inside the 5. Wow. Sideline to the 15, to the 20, and he breaks across the 25 on the board before halftime. Greg Ward Jr. having a heck of a day. And that's down. So the pass
before the end of the half. This
pass right back to Bonner. Complete again. He'll take another hit. Does not get out of bounds. That one. 3rd down. Ward in the pocket. Gets away. Ward is going to run. And wow, what a move in the open field. Ward to midfield. He'll go out of bounds. And so you figure they got some work to do to get into realistic field goal range. Ward back to pass. Ward taking a deep shot along the sideline. Incomplete. I think he hit the hand. Unlike a team with a longer range field goal kicker, they probably need 30 yards or so to have a good shot at a field goal. Ward again on the move. And Ward will get to the sideline. Another scramble of 49th play from scrimmage of the first half right here. Gets to the sideline, and Ayers steps out of bounds. 3 seconds on the clock. Okay.
We've seen some blocked field goals as of late, so this isn't a guarantee.
45-yard try. Snap, kick on the way. Hooking back, and it is good with plenty to spare. So Ty Cummings making an argument to use him a little bit more often. What a finish to the half for Houston. Navy will get the ball to start the second half, but down 10, 24-14. That's the halftime score. Coming up, Allison talks with Tom Herman. The Capital One halftime report after this message and a word from our ABC stations.
You've got us a really good second half coming up here.
Kickoff deep. The Midshipmen do get the ball. And the kick return. A nice one across the 25, close to the 30. We'll go down to the sideline. And
15 minutes and 27 seconds. Navy's got to restart the game.
Handoff Swain, the fullback, with some power running straight ahead. So lately they're having 2nd and 5. Reynolds fakes that dive. He's looking to throw. And it's tipped and intercepted. The ball was tipped and then picked off Trayvon Stewart. The ball hawking secondary of Houston comes through with another turnover.
Very good hand-eye coordination. Senior Trayvon Stewart out of Patterson, Louisiana. Very good play. The ball was tipped by number 9, Matthew Adams, at linebacker. Those linebackers have been so active, but good hand-eye coordination. Outstanding catch. Big play to start the second half.
You know, Adams was there to wrap up the intended target. I think it was the defensive lineman with his back to the play, Malvo, whose hand actually really accidentally touched that ball and tipped it up. And there was Stewart for the interception. That's the first interception thrown by Reynolds. Now the quick hitter on first down. Ayers breaks a tackle. Ayers still going down the sideline. And Houston, a great opportunity to up their 10-point lead. That pass caught in the right flat. Nice. Ward. Hands off. And a nice hole for Wilson, who stays on his feet. He has been. Ward sprinting right. Ward gets hit and goes down. Handoff left side. Picking his way forward inside the 5. Stood up there. That's Wilson again. So 3rd and goal from the 5. They've already had a couple touchdowns in this same situation in this game. Ward. That fade pass is caught. What a catch. Liddell Bonner, touchdown Houston. Now there is a flag on the play. You assume on the defense, and I think it will be on the Navy defense.
That's interference. Defense number 5, that penalty's declined. Result of the play, the touchdown.
Tremendous catch by the sophomore.
What a throw, what a catch. He threw it only where Houston could get it, and Navy couldn't. Once again, good job matching up one-on-one, putting a taller guy on a shorter guy for a fade in the end zone for a touchdown like earlier in the game.
Just a terrific pass from Greg Ward. I thought out of his hand he had thrown it too far. And it was perfect.
In one position.
Kickoff will be taken near the goal line. In fact, in the end zone by Romine. And that will be out. They have the clear case as the best group of 5 team and conference champion to play in one of those major bowl games. Reynolds keeps it. One loss of the year to Notre Dame. Option. Reynolds keeps it. Reynolds with some blocks up ahead. That's a Navy first. 8 rushes, 82 yards. For the all-time great, Reynolds keeps it again. Reynolds, more room. First down and more across midfield. Cass in motion. Reynolds again keeping it. Reynolds stays on balance in that day. They give it to the fullback straight ahead. And it will depend on the spot. Ezell got close. Reynolds. Well, he faked it to Ezell, and he gets tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Could be a factor.
Play clock down to 1. They get it off, hand off to the fullback, and a dive forward for that first down. Chris Swain at 50. But again, with a ways to go. Reynolds, play fake, looking to throw, taking a deep shot into coverage, tip ball, incomplete.
Holding number 16, the defensive eligible pass receiver. It's a 10-yard penalty, automatic. First down.
That's play clock again winding down. Reynolds calm, gets the play off. Hands off to Swain. Tough running from the fullbacks. Inside the 20. That's a good example. That triple option. Well defended. Cameron Reynolds. Little misdirection option. It's Malvo again. Wow, what a sequence. They went backwards. So it's a 39-yard field goal try for Austin Greavy. Kick is on the way, and it is good. Wow, close but good. Well, the Midshipmen, they did need that. They wanted a touchdown. They get the field goal, 31-17. And that kick just found a way through.
Well, and it doesn't matter how much it was in. It counts 3 points, whether it's in the middle or way over to the right side.
The Bulls have already won yesterday against Central Florida. Squib kick. Houston will bring it back across the 20 to the 25. And that's where the Houston offense, and so many of those folks who are across the country, across the world, away from their loved ones. First down, Houston. Wilson, tough running, breaking tackles. It's been a problem all game for Navy. Players, 2nd and 4. A handoff and a pitch back. Ayers with a blocker in front. He gets to that corner. Ayers will be shoved out of bounds. 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. Handoff, Wilson over the right side, shoved backwards, still on his feet. Work clock. We're running out of time already in the third quarter. Ward flushed out. Ward turns it upfield. Bounces outside, still on balance, and he'll get tackled across.
For the fast guys.
I think their best success is when they brought some pressure. Really just a two-man rush over the middle. What a catch by Ayers! Spinning away! Ayers on his way! Touchdown! Wow! One-handed, and then the legs did the rest. 62 yards. Just tremendous from DeMarcus Ayers.
We said this guy would be an impact player early in the ball game. What a catch. One hand came up under the safety, Barber, and then outruns the entire secondary from Navy for a score.
What a play. 5-play drive, 74 yards. Enough. Kickoff. And it will be Romine to bring it back. Gets hit at the 15 and dropped at the 17. They're going to throw. Taking a shot with a man wide open down the field. That's Tillman. Tillman still going. Inside the 35, down to the 33. So Reynolds and Navy saying we're not done yet. It's still the third quarter.
We've said it. These guys are going to keep competing till the end of this ball game. Matthew Adams got fooled again with his option responsibilities. It's what I love about the triple option. You got the triple option runs, but then the passes off of it that are killers.
49 yards, another play fake. Reynolds flushed. Reynolds sacked.
Last week when he got a targeting call in the first quarter at UConn.
But helps that he's back for this game. That pass incomplete on 2nd and 22. And Reynolds dumps it off short, and they will get some of that yardage back. The ball
7.
Look at Navy, 17 of 19 on the year on 4th down. Not many of them quite like this. Reynolds being flushed. Throws on the move. What a pass! First down, it'll be 1st and goal. Thomas Wilson with the catch. And man, you wouldn't know that Keenan Reynolds doesn't throw very much with that delivery. 23 yards.
No, really good protection up inside by Chris Swain, that big fullback. Look at 37. Takes him on. Keenan Reynolds gets outside where he can run or pass. Keeps his composure. That's what you love about this guy. Keeps his eyes downfield. Throws back across his body for a huge first down.
Keeps his composure. Just got his service assignment post-grad information warfare. Reynolds keeps it. Reynolds stopped inside the 3 down for the conference championship next weekend. Handoff at the goal line, and it's a touchdown, Navy. So the Midshipmen are not going to go quietly. Chris Swain, the fullback, on the first play of the fourth quarter, makes it 38-23 with the extra point still to come.
Well, we've said it time and time again in this second half. Navy's not going away. They've got to figure out how to stop the offense of Houston. but these guys have been a fourth quarter football team. They're tough, they're smart, and they know what's on the line in this fourth quarter. So we've got us a great fourth quarter ahead.
Second touchdown of the day for Swain. Extra point is up, and it is good. Greby's going to kind of sky kick it. It'll be taken inside the 5 and returned just barely outside the 5. Now a flag also on the play. So this could be horrible field position for Houston. I think that was good strategy. No onside kick, but there was no running room for Webb. That penalty hurts Houston.
During the return, illegal block in the back. Number 2 of the receiving team. Half the distance to the goal. First down.
Before I get there.
So look for Mack at the airport after the game. Handoff straight ahead and a big hole for Wilson in Houston. And what a big 5 yards on the ground. The converted defensive back who's been the primary ball carrier. Ward throws incomplete. Off. Greg Ward playing so well. He will swing it out right side. Quick catch, turn upfield with blocking. Still going outside the 40.
It's not like somebody barely stepping on your foot.
Wilson gets the carry. It's tough to bring.
I mentioned, boy, is it paying off on the field.
Ayers comes in motion. They pitch it to him, and he will spin away and go down. And he lost a couple in this game. That's amazing. 3rd and 10. Here comes some pressure. Ward gets away again. Here goes Ward. He's going to get the first down. It's been just have to make that tackle. Ward keeps it straight ahead with the burst. Ward inside the basically did not play until the last series. I think it made a big difference. This one, a backwards pass, and Ayers is going to heave it. He's got a man. Caught! Touchdown! "29 yards. What else can DeMarcus Ayers do? And Navy knows that is big, big trouble.
Set it up the whole game. You're throwing out the Ayers on the bubble screen. Throw it to Ayers on the bubble screen. Here's a high school quarterback in DeMarcus Ayers that throws it deep to Lionel Bonner, who's from Houston, Texas, 6 foot, 200-pound sophomore. What a call, what a play. Great execution for the score.
That's the second touchdown for Bonner. Kick is up, and kick is good. Cougars will kick it deep. Navy, Romine loses his shoe, and he's going to return it anyway. And considering he's only got one cleat on, that's not a bad return.
This ball game for Houston today.
Reynolds running that triple option, nowhere to go. He got a yard.
It wouldn't have surprised me for Ayers to play well.
Tom Herman, man, what a job, what a year. Reynolds spins back, going the opposite way. Reynolds looking downfield. He will throw, and it is caught. What a pass. Jameer Anthony up high. And we appreciate all of those guys, what they've done for us. The men and women, a part of our crew, all season championship game on the line. Keenan Reynolds goes down. And he got 4 tackles for loss in this game. On 3rd and long, the pass play and a tackle of any chance for Navy might rest on this play. They got to have it. They'll pitch it right side. Can they get to that edge? What a hurdle! And I think they got there. Wow. Damon Brown jumped right over the would-be tackler. And maybe the hopes for the midshipmen stay alive with that leap.
What a play. What a competitor. I'm telling you now, that young man was not going to be stopped, and he knew how important this play was. You love to watch these young guys compete. Is he going to get stopped? He's got 2 of them there. One of the best tacklers, Trevon Stewart, 23 from Houston, just dives over him for the first down.
Houston fans were very unhappy with the spot, but the play is off, and a fumbled snap. Reynolds does fall on the ball. I think Navy was in a hurry to get that play snapped so that they couldn't review.
Well, it worked. They just didn't get the snap.
Yeah.
The hurry worked. They didn't get it reviewed. And what you were saying about our team and our crew, Dave, is so true. We look at this replay, probably pulled out a little too fast. Looked like it was going to be a throw. But the team, the crew that puts on these games is A lot more important to TV than people think.
Reynolds in the pocket, going down again. Has had an incredible senior year. 3rd and 20 for Navy. Reynolds scrambling, throws, and completes it. Every time you think Navy is done, they come up with a play like that to Brandon Sanders, 1st and goal, Midshipmen.
He's got pressure. Keenan Reynolds is throwing across his body to the left. Excellent throw for the 1st down. Balance line to the field.
Reynolds will keep it. Reynolds! And a record-setting touchdown for Keenan Reynolds. That ties Monteball most total touchdowns in the history of FBS college football. 83rd career touchdown for Reynolds.
What a special player, and like he has all year, he checked to the short side away from the unbalanced line to step in for the record-winning touchdown.
10 plays, 76 yards. They punch it in. So the Midshipmen, we say they've had problems on offense, and Houston's defense, I think, has played well. Extra point to get to 31.
One loss, TCU and Baylor didn't get in last year.
Onside kick, nice bounce, and Navy could not grab it. Man, that was there. That was well executed by the place kicker, Grebe. And that thing hung in the air. You can understand why Navy would do it. Only 6:46 to go, down 14.
It's the perfect kick.
Perfect.
Get it to bounce high, go up and get it. Oh, get your hands on it, guys.
Greg Ward Jr. has been a star today. Handoff. And Wilson tripped up.
Happens with a winning football team. I'm sure Navy's doing some of the same on the sideline. And now you're trying to slow the clock down. If you're Houston, you're running.
Has been the key to this game in a lot of ways. Ward in the pocket. He'll throw. And the pass is caught for a 1st down. Dead 1st and 10 Houston. And a handoff to Brandon Wilson. Bouncing it left side. He lunges forward.
In some tough situations.
Still had a chance to win it at the end of that game. Wilson running, stopped at about the 25-yard line. It'll be Ward Jr. and the Cougars. They are going to fake that fly sweep action, throw it short, pass is caught, and a broken tackle for a 1st. On the outside, this time it was Dunbar. I'll hand it off Wilson, straight up the middle, down to the 5. Out of gas. Quick snap. Wilson this time nowhere to go. 3rd and goal.
No regrets.
And a touchdown puts him over 50 today against a good defense. Greg Ward moving again. Not a touchdown, but that should be a 1st down. Handoff, Webb right to the goal line, stopped short. Just barely, but stopped short. Ship looming now. So style points, yeah, they matter. Handoff, Webb, stuffed again. It'll be 3rd and goal. That clock continues to move. Under a goal out of the timeout. Handoff, Wilson. Wilson leans forward and no signal yet. Touchdown! And in some ways symbolic that it's another touchdown for Brandon Wilson. With all that Houston's had to work through these last few weeks, losing bodies left and right. A guy who never played running back in college, one of the stars of the game.
It also shows you as a player, don't be selfish. Do what the coaches tell you to do, and it usually works out best for you.
Well, that was just perfect. 6 minutes off the clock, 12 plays, and Houston ends the game by punching it in. Only 41 seconds to go.
And Brandon Wilson will sleep good tonight. I can promise you, Dave.
Yeah, and I think you're right that he's not going back to the defensive back room anytime soon.
No, I don't even think Todd Orlando, the defensive coordinator, would want him back after the performance that he's put on in front of us today.
How about that number? 16 of 19 on 3rd downs. They've scored 5 3rd down touchdowns, most conversions in any FBS game this season on 3rd down. Plus, they were 2 for 2 on 4th down.
Yeah, big win. You, as a coach, you can't let one loss beat you twice. They lose up at UConn. People are discouraged. People are down. 4 turnovers. Everybody's hurt. And they've put together a great team effort today to beat a really good Navy football team.
Here's the extra point. It is up. And it's good. 50. Kick return here for the Midshipmen. To the outside and across the 35-yard line. Final few seconds. Reynolds taking a shot down the field. It is almost intercepted.
Not just the offense today.
Reynolds, it's already been a career passing day for him. He'll complete another. Reynolds trying to get it on 4th down. Does get it. They now will wind the clock, and Reynolds spikes it down. So it's Houston. And a lot of spectacular in there. Pressure comes. Reynolds throws short. Tillman with some blockers ahead. This will be the final play. Tillman out into the open. Still on his feet, and tackle with the ball coming out at the 10-yard line. And now Houston can indeed celebrate. What a win for the Cougars. Their 11th of the year. They are 11-1, and they're the West Division champs in the American. It's not just the players, the students will come out onto the field. Greg Ward Jr. What a quarterback he is. Back on the field in this game, and he was a big difference maker. Down on the field in the midst of the celebration with Tom Herman. Here's Allison.
Thank you guys very much, Coach Herman. Congratulations on winning the game you called the American Western Division Championship. How did your guys step up and secure this victory?
Well, we had a bunch of guys trust their training. The offense came through after a couple weeks of really being non-existent. They came through big time, and then obviously the defense got some stops, which was big, and the offense turned them into points.
What was the key defensively for you guys? You're facing the second best rushing offense in the country. You hold them to below 200 yards below their season average. How did you get it done?
Well, our defensive staff had a great plan. In my opinion, we've got the best defensive coordinator in America, and Todd Orlando. Craig Niver, Oscar Giles, and Jason Washington had a great plan. They stuck to the plan, and the plan worked.
Offensively, you get your quarterback back, Greg Ward Jr. How different is this offense when he's on the field?
Well, it's a lot different. He's the best athlete on the field most games, and he's a playmaker, and we love having him.
Your first season here in Houston, what does it mean to be going to the American Conference Championship game?
Well, it means we still got our goal in front of us, and that's what we set out to do, was to play for and win our conference, and we got one more chance to do that.
Thank you. Good luck navigating these fans.
Thank you.
All right, Allison, good stuff. And a celebration for the Cougars of Houston. What a win against Navy. For our producer, Brian Yarrow, our director, Praven Martin, for Mac Brown, for Allison Williams, and our entire crew, Dave Fleming saying so long. Now, John Saunders with our college football countdown presented by Nissan in studio.